All right, everybody, welcome back to the deep dive. Now, today, we're going to be looking at business,
Okay.
but we're going to be doing it kind of uniquely today.
All right.
So we're going to be looking at this podcast called Profit Plus, Business Secrets and Success.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it's a 1-minute podcast.
Mm.
So what we're going to be doing today is like really trying to really trying to squeeze all the juice we can out of this 1 minute.
So we're doing a deep dive into a 1-minute podcast that's meta.
Yeah, exactly. And just to give you a little taste before we dive in,
Okay.
one of the things that this podcast really stresses is that sometimes, like, the biggest risk of all is not taking any risks at all.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I think a lot of people can kind of get stuck in that mindset of like, oh, I don't want to take any risks. I just want to play it safe.
Yeah.
But then you end up not really going anywhere.
Yeah, and so that was something that really struck me when I was listening to this, like, just that idea, like, flipped on its head.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, absolutely.
I think what's interesting, too, is how they kind of present this idea of, like, smart risk-taking.
Right?
You know, it's not just about, like, just going out there, just being completely reckless and crazy.
Yeah, you don't want to just jump into something blindly. You
Yeah.
need to have some kind of plan.
Yeah.
Some kind of...
But how do you kind of walk that line?
All right. Well, they talk a lot about being data-driven. So, like they even suggest things like Google Trends.
Oh, interesting.
Or even like surveying your audience, getting some concrete data before you make a decision,
Right.
before you launch a product, before you, whatever.
So, like, mitigating that risk
Exactly.
by being informed.
Yeah, you want to make informed decisions, not just decisions based on fear.
Right. And that kind of, that ties in nicely to this other point that they make about action.
Yeah.
You know, they really encourage listeners to think less, take more action,
Oh, I like that.
which is, it's funny because we're kind of doing the opposite right now.
Right. We're thinking a lot about this 1-minute podcast.
Yeah, we're really thinking a lot about it. But, for people who struggle with procrastination, I feel like that's such a powerful message.
Oh, absolutely.
Mhm.
I mean, we've all been there where we overthink things and we get stuck in that analysis paralysis. And
Oh, yeah.
sometimes you just need to take that leap of faith.
Yeah.
But I would also add, that sometimes that analysis paralysis comes from not having a clear goal.
Oh, interesting.
So it's like, if you don't know where you're going, any road will take you there.
Right.
But if you have a specific destination in mind, then it's easier to make those decisions and take action.
Right. It's like having a roadmap instead of just kind of wandering around hoping you're going to stumble upon something.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I thought it was interesting, too, how the podcast emphasized this idea of time being so valuable.
Mhm.
They had this really powerful line where they said, the opportunity that is today will not be there tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a good one.
And I think that really speaks to the fast-paced nature of the business world.
Oh, absolutely. Things move so quickly these days.
Yeah. And it can be exciting for some people and really intimidating for others.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, some people thrive in that kind of environment where it's like
Yeah.
constant change, constant new challenges.
Right.
But other people might find that really overwhelming.
Yeah, it's really like, I think it goes back to your personality, like how you view challenges in general.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so it really makes you think, like, what's one thing that you've been putting off, either out of fear or just overthinking?
Mhm.
Is today the day that you take action?
That's a great question to ask yourself.
What could you accomplish if you just took that one small step forward?
And I think, even if it's a small step,
Yes.
even if it's not like a huge, massive action,
Yeah,
even just doing a little bit of research,
Right.
reaching out to somebody for advice,
right.
those small steps are so much better than just staying stuck.
Totally. And I think that really goes back to the overall message of this podcast, which is about taking charge
Yeah,
and making your own success.
absolutely.
So thanks for joining us on this super quick deep dive into the world of business with Profit Plus.
Yeah, this was great.
Really appreciate it.
It's amazing how much you can learn in just 1 minute.
Yeah, seriously.
So just remember, even small calculated risks can lead to big rewards.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, thanks again, everyone, for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.